Elon Musk, in fact, pronounces his owned car brand wrong.
I think I'd probably say it with a slight Z sound. I haven't thought about it.
Hey, my name is Andy, and in today's video, we're going to be pronouncing luxury car brand names. So first up, I'm going to say the brand how I would say it, and then I'm going to say it how it should be said. Starting with Alfa Romeo. Now, Alfa Romeo should actually be pronounced Alfa Romeo. Like R. Italians like to roll their R's, so it's Alfa Romeo. Americans, I don't know how you would even say it in American.
Buongiorno.
It is absolutely not correct. Boppity boopity, things like that. Maybe say that a few times before you try some of these.
Scusi, babidi boopy?
Che cosa?
Peter, what are you doing? Speaking Italian.
And you will nail those Italian names. Next up, we have Bugatti. Now I say Bugatti, but again, you got to get in the mind of Ettore Bugatti, who was an Italian. Now the brand is French, but Ettore is actually Italian. So the way you pronounce Bugatti is Bugatti. 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 You can get a little bit controversial with it and add that Italian emphasis to it, that little bit of spice, but it's Ettore Bugatti. It is Bugatti. Next up, we've got Koenigsegg, which should be pronounced Koenigsegg. Koenigsegg. Koenigsegg is Swedish and therefore needs to be pronounced with that kind of accent. I don't know what that's called. Is that a Swedish accent? Swiss accent? What do you speak in Sweden? Do they speak Swedish? That made me look so dumb. That made me look so dumb. So it needs to be pronounced with a Swedish accent. Next up, we've got Lamborghini. Italian pronunciation. Lamborghini. Lamborghini. Italian needs to have that emphasis and that rolled R. I don't make the rules, by the way. This is how these companies are pronounced. And if you ask any Italian, they will say the same. In fact, if you actually are from these countries, am I correct? Comment down below. Or am I just talking total rubbish? We will soon see. Next up, we have Lancia. Now, Lancia needs to be pronounced Lancia. These are all Italian names and need to have the Italian emphasis. If you are an American, please, for the love of God, do not do an Italian accent because your accents suck.
Lo pronuncio correttamente? Sì, corretto.
This is how you say these names. Lancia, Lamborghini, Bugatti. Hey, that's how we do it. Next up, we've got Maserati. Now, Maserati needs to be pronounced Maserati. Again, Italian. Maserati. I'm gonna get so pinked in the comments of this video.
You can't speak Italian just because you have a mustache. Boopity bapa.
Oh no. Maserati is an Italian brand, need to be pronounced that way. If you are pronouncing it incorrectly, God, just keep doing that because that's what I'm doing right now. Next up, we've got Maybach. I kind of changed between Maybach, Maybach, because I really don't know with this one. It's kind of a tricky one. But after looking into it, Maybach is a German brand and therefore needs to be pronounced Maybach. Kind of like an open H sound, very soft H, Maybach. Now, if you think I'm wrong on this, there's a dude who agrees with me, this gentleman right here. He made a video about it. I've linked that in the description below. He is actually German and actually foreign, so he knows exactly what he's talking about. But Maybach is Maybach. It is a German auto manufacturer, and that's why it is pronounced like that. Now, Pagani is a pretty easy one. It's Pagani or Pagani. Most people know how to say Pagani, but one of their model names is ridiculously difficult to pronounce. In fact, I still struggle with this, and it is the Huayra, pronounced Huayra. The Pagani Huayra. That is how it's pronounced. Don't ask me why, but that is how it's pronounced. It's not pronounced Huayra, Hyra, Hurry, no H. Silent, it is a W. It's Huayra. Next up, we've got Peugeot. Now, because I'm Australian, I say Peugeot. But because Peugeot is a French brand, Peugeot needs to be pronounced Peugeot. 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 Something like that. It is French. You pronounce it French. God damn it, I don't want to have to come back and tell you again. This next name is the most controversially pronounced car brand ever. Porsche. I say Porsche. Americans say Porsche. That is wrong too. Nowhere in the Porsche name does the letter A even exist. So get Porsche out of your head.
Porsche. Porsche.
You see how they said that? They did not say Porsche. They said
Porsche.
Almost Porsche.
Porsche.
That is the correct German way of pronouncing it. It is Porsche. Perfect. I don't want to hear any comments down below of it's Porsche because you're American and you're wrong. Next up, we have Renault. I say Renault. Renault is a French brand and it is pronounced Renault. If you want to hear how it should be pronounced correctly and not butchered by my horrible accent, the Renault Formula One team boss Cyril Abiteboul pronounces it like...
I'm Cyril Abiteboul, Managing Director of Renault Sport Racing.
Right. So that is how you pronounce Renault. Next up, we have Tesla. Now, Tesla is another very controversially pronounced car brand to the point where Elon Musk, in fact, pronounces his own car brand wrong. Tesla. He says T-E-Z-L-A.
Do you say Tesla instead of Tesla?
I say Tesla.
You say both, okay.
Tesla? I think I'd probably say it with a slight Z sound. I haven't thought about it.
Long story short, Elon Musk is South African. He tends to add Z's where they don't belong because they like zebras and shit like that. So he adds a Z on an S. Now the reason it is Tesla with an S is because Nikola Tesla was a Serbian inventor. Now he is from Europe, and in Europe, S's sound like S's because otherwise we would have really ridiculous words where S's become Z's. This is not the case. It is therefore Nikola Tesla, and the car brand is Tesla.
We didn't actually come up with the name Tesla Motors. We didn't own the name. It was a guy in Sacramento came up with the name and owned the name, and we had to buy it off him for $75,000.
You wanted that name that badly?
Yeah.
Now, last but certainly not least, we have Volkswagen. Now, Volkswagen is a German auto manufacturer. Therefore, Volkswagen is actually pronounced Volkswagen. Now, this one you probably already knew because Volkswagen make a lot of TV commercials.
Volkswagen. Das Auto.
It is Volkswagen with an F. Volkswagen. Wagen. I'm no linguist by any means, so if you think you can pronounce it better, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh God, what is this video?